Dyer's Daily.
So about 2 years ago now, ITV3 started showing classic Emmerdale, which I must admit I was very excited upon seeing these shows. You know, I was excited to see them because you'd always heard about these iconic characters. But unfortunately, because they've rarely been repeated on television, haven't had the chance to see them. So I was excited, but unfortunately, the repeats started from the name change in 1989. And I felt very disappointed by this because by that time, Emmerdale was just starting to change into the show that we now know. I wanted to see Emmerdale Farm, the one that my elders always told me about, you know, the one with all the farming equipment and stuff. And I have seen really early episodes from the first series because I bought a box set a few years ago, but I hoped that we were going to see something maybe slap bang in the middle when it was a little bit more established. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to see many episodes because there's not really that many out there on YouTube flying about. And I think even if people have them in their possession, they don't think that they're particularly very good because, you know, it's Emmerdale Farm. It's now been portrayed as very sleepy, very boring. Nothing really happens. And so, you know, it's just been left to lie, basically. And then recently, while on my 3-month special offer of BritBox, I'm scrolling through and something very curious comes up on my screen. Emmerdale Christmas 1979. And I'm thinking, oh, this is an episode potentially from an era that I want to see in decent quality. And I'm really kind of getting revved up about this. I'm excited, right? And so I tune into this thing, and it's exactly what I thought it was. Emmerdale Farm, they've labelled it as such. Thank you, BritBox, 1979. And it is sort of a Christmas episode, but I feel like there must have been several that year, and they've picked the wrong one. I was slightly disappointed because it was rather uneventful. And I realise that almost goes into the trope of people thinking, well, no, Emmerdale Farm was just boring. Nothing ever happened. Believe me, things were happening, just maybe not what I was expecting. Although it was great to see older characters like Henry and Amos, who I'd grown quite attached to in the early Emmerdale years, of the early 90s, and of course seeing Matt Skilbeck, for example, Dolly in her previous incarnation, and a few of the characters that I didn't see, like Annie's father, for example, in the later episodes. And now, after seeing this episode, I want to see more. I want to know what happens next. I want to see I want to see more, you know? And what really gets me with BritBox is they've gone crazy for the Corrie anniversary. And rightly so. It's a great show. It's iconic. We should see as much of it as we possibly can. There's like nearly 100 episodes on there. Great. But what about when Emmerdale reaches its 50th anniversary in 2022? Are we going to see the same amount of love and attention? And are they going to dig into the vault and show us Emmerdale Farm episodes? Or are they going to do what they seem to have done in previous years, show the first episode and the rest of it didn't exist and it was just a show with cows and cups of tea and Fraser Hines, you know, in a field? Is that what we're going to see? I want to see more than that. Give me more Emmerdale Farm, please. And yeah, come on. Go and watch it. Go and tell BritBox you want Emmerdale Farm. Go on. You'll like it, I promise.
Dyer's Daily.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Dyer's Daily with me, Jamie Dyer. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe on your favourite podcast provider. Also, check out me on social media. You can tweet at JamieDyer89 on Twitter or facebook.com/JamieDyer89 and like my page on there. Also, check me out on YouTube. Just type in Dyer's Daily and you'll find me. Bye-bye for now.